I think it's very, very important for everybody to understand that I don't think there's a single person round the table in NATO or the G7 who is against Russians or the Russian people. Absolutely not. Least of all me. I think I'm probably the only Prime Minister in UK history to be called Boris. I'm going to go to Natasha Clark. I am not remotely anti-Russian, but I think what we all agree is that what Vladimir Putin is doing, the way he's leading Russia at the moment, is utterly catastrophic, that his invasion of Ukraine is inhuman and barbaric.
Saying you're leading the kind of anti-Russian...
So you can be sympathetic towards ordinary Russians who are being so badly led, but you can be deeply hostile to the decisions of Vladimir Putin, the way he's leading his country.
Is Europe doing enough? Are the German...
Chemical, biological, tactical, nuclear weapons, all of these are viewed with utter horror by people around the table today.
Is the United Kingdom going to give him tanks?
I think that if Putin were to engage in anything like that, the consequences would be very, very severe. You have to have a bit of ambiguity about your response, but I think it would be catastrophic for him if he were to do that. I think Joe Biden is right to warn, because when the Russians start doing this stuff about there are factories in Ukraine producing American biological weaponry, that is a prelude to a false flag operation, and they could well do something. And all discussion of nuclear weapons is intended to frame this as a confrontation between Russia as a nuclear power and other nuclear powers. That's not what's going on. What's going on is a confrontation between Russia and entirely innocent people in Ukraine. That's what it's between. And what we're trying to do is help those people. And I think that is morally the right thing to do. There is evidence that the Russians may be trying to get round. I mean, the Russians are obviously trying to get round the sanctions on their gold, and we're taking steps to try to make sure that there's no leakage, no sale of bullion into markets around the world. And that's what we're working on. What we are doing is steadily ratcheting up the movement of lethal but defensive weaponry to Ukraine, and that is growing in volume the whole time. To that end, he does need armour as he sees it. We're looking at what we can do to help, but I've got to tell you, logistically at the moment it looks very difficult, but both with armour and with jets. We're very conscious of what he's asking for. At the moment, we're looking at the equipment that we think is more immediately valuable is missiles that will enable the Ukrainians to protect themselves against bombardment from the air, but also to deal with the Grad rocket launchers, the Russian heavy artillery that is doing such dealing such death and destruction in the cities. And there, I think, if we can really help them, that would be extremely valuable, because they need protection from that absolutely merciless onslaught from artillery and from the rocket launchers. The general tenor of the meeting, what everybody wants to do, is make sure that as Putin ramps it up, as Putin escalates his aggression, that we do ever more to defend and protect the Ukrainians, and that's what we're going to do. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.